Police found the bodies of two children inside of a car's trunk. Their aunt has been charged in this case, and get this, according to court documents, one of the children may have died more than a year ago.
33-year-old Nicole Johnson faces several charges, including 2 counts of child abuse that resulted in the death of 2 children under 13. Baltimore County Police say an officer pulled Johnson over late Wednesday night, and when the officer told her that the car had to be towed because the tags were fake, the officer detected the unmistakable odor of decomposition. At one point, the officer even noticed that the clear bag contained maggots inside. According to the department, after repeated requests from the officer, Johnson removed the blanket, exposing the decomposing body of a young child. And after a search, officers found a plastic bag that was tied up. The bag was opened, revealing another decomposing body of a young child. Police say those kids were her 7-year-old niece, Jocelyn Johnson, and her 5-year-old nephew, Larry O'Neill. Johnson told police she was taking care of the kids because their mother wasn't able to. But the mom told police she tried to get her kids back, and in March of 2021, she arranged to have the children returned, but the defendant never showed. According to the documents, the little girl may have been dead since last year. The aunt told police that in May of 2020, when they were staying at an inn off Pulaski Highway, she hit the little girl, and the girl fell and hit her head. Johnson described placing her niece inside a suitcase and carrying her around in a car for many months. And according to the documents, Johnson also told police that the little boy had an injury about 2 months ago, and he never woke up, and that she placed his deceased body in the plastic tote and kept him in the trunk with a sister. Johnson remains in jail with no bond.
Wow. Baltimore County Police are still trying to piece together the exact timeline of what happened there. They're asking anyone who may have seen or heard anything related to this case over the past year to give them a call.
Yeah, so blessed ones, you don't know, so you might hear some things in another video that might be appropriate to you. Please go over to another channel or another video and watch something that's more appropriate for you. But you know, say my views TV no condone no violence, no encourage no violence, nothing like that. But and these videos are for educational purposes only. Yeah. Anyway, blessed ones, couple things hurt me this year. So if the car never run out of tax, yeah, and she never drive it, nobody would have still find the kids. The kids was missing for a year. Now it seems like the mother was going through something. So you know what, I'm not gonna say nothing about the mother because she could have had mental health problem and whatnot. But you're trying to tell me none of these neighbors, this woman ain't living in some bush on her own. None of these neighbors, no other family member at all. Nobody else go to check up. Police never went to the house or stopped her to ask her about the kids. Nobody went to check up on the kids' welfare. Have none of this been done? If they went close to this car, I'm sure they would have smelled a smell, like the police officer did. So I'm trying to say, 1 whole year, the one child is dead. For 1 whole year. That means nobody seen that child for a year. No welfare check for a year. Nobody know if the child is dead or alive for a year. I sure they could have found that child quicker than that. The child just been in the boot of the car, not buried somewhere, been in the boot of the car. So you're trying to tell me that just by having the body in the boot of your car, you could get away with murder? Well, you can't because she ended up getting caught. But it's crazy. Yeah, it's clear to see that they let down that child, because if the mother was fighting to get her child back and she never turned up with the child, then people was meant to be following this up to see, well, how come you never turn up with a child? Is nobody seen the child or hear from the child for this long? Child, you know what I mean? What's going on? So it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Like, the child been let down in so many ways. Neighbors, everyone, and to show you that nobody cared. Not none of them neighbors. Nobody at all smelt nothing coming from that car. Come on, man. Big up on yourself, blessed ones.